Hello and welcome to another episode of Seven Story Podcast. I am your host and site manager, Josiah Akhtab. And here we have Jill Danielle Scott, author of Murders Inside the Museum. Her debut, I'm assuming?
Yes, Jill
Debut?
Danielle Nelson. Yep.
All right. Your debut murder mystery novel.
Correct.
So, Jill, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself. And she has the copy. She's prepared. All right,
Yeah.
nice. So go ahead, take it away. Just introduce yourself.
Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Jill. I am murder mystery author. Have published my first murder mystery book on Amazon, Murders Inside the Museum. So it's my first time writing a book. I guess one of the things that people ask is, how did you come up with the ideas in this book? The truth is, we were walking around the Life and Science Museum in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I was just with my family pushing my baby around in the stroller, and we were going through the reptile aisle and thought, wow, that would be if a poisonous snake bit you or something, that'd be a crazy way for somebody to get murdered, and just kind of went with it and started writing a book. I had actually written one about a year ago, and it was about an arsonist, and I stopped writing it, went back and read it 6 months later and absolutely hated it. It was just,
Yeah.
I said, nope, we're going to trash this one and start all over. So that's what I did. I've been all over the place with work and career, with being a receptionist, being a radiology veterinary nurse. I worked for a law firm at one point. I ended up becoming a mother. I have a little girl. Her name's Rainey. She's 2. She may come in here and join the interview in a minute if she is looking for me. I've secluded myself in my bathroom, so we'll see. My husband's not home from work yet, so we'll see how it goes. She's a
Alrighty. Hey,
little redhead, yeah.
All right. So, okay, I guess you answered the question. So, how did you come up with the characters for the novel, right? So were they like spontaneous, meticulously planned, or did you kind of just, pull from your life and say,
Um,
what?
yeah, a little bit of both, really. Like, a lot of them are neighbors, friends, family members, first names, no last names, of course. The last names are mostly made up.
Right.
But a lot of them are my neighbors and stuff. I think the epilogue in my Murders Inside the Museum actually features my neighbors, Nick and Cherry, that are right across the street. And they were happy to be in the book. They thought it was cool. She actually asked me to come over and sign it. So,
I mean,
but
hey, you gotta get your autograph somewhere,
yeah. And
right?
then there's other people where I'm like, oh, I put you in my book. You did die, but it's okay. You were
Oh
in
man.
there.
It was like, oh man, that's how you feel?
Yeah, no, everything is fiction.
Right.
I'm actually, I've written the first draft of my next book, not a sequel to Murders Inside the Museum, just a completely different book about kidnappers, actually. And I've sent it to my
Okay.
first 3 beta readers who are family and friends that are going to read it and give me their ideas, edits, suggestions, and go from there. And that'll be the next one that's published. And then I've already started a 3rd one. All of the books are completely different. People keep saying,
Okay.
is it the sequel? No, it's not. Nothing to do with
Okay.
it. I'm not interested in starting like a series or anything. Too much commitment, I think, for me. But
Okay.
I like the spontaneous book ideas that I get. And this one that I'm currently writing, I'm on, let's see, I just started chapter 6 while Rainey was napping today. And it's about 2 serial killers.
Right.
Yeah, it is called Teeth and Taxes.
Okay.
Yes. One is the dentist and one is the CPA. So that is where that comes from.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So I'm
So
excited.
that's
This one's going to be good.
that is interesting.
Yeah, it's more of a thriller because it's very obvious that there's no mystery at who the killers are. It's very
Right.
obvious
I
throughout
got you. I
the book.
got you.
So this one's more of a thriller. So kind of the same genre, but a little bit different than murder mystery.
Got you. So, what was the most like? Because I know when you're writing like a murder mystery and you have like, I'm pretty sure there's different ways that people die. So, like, what was the most fun part in that, process of like, coming up with, the scenes and things like that, and how people just disappear and kind of, just building the whole like, vibe of that.
Yeah, yeah. So I basically, my whole writing style process with each book, how I've done it is I sit in front of my laptop and I have it in front of me, just ready to freestyle, type whatever I'm feeling is going to happen in that scene. But I do have a little bit of strategy behind it. I also have a notebook. So I am old fashioned and write pen and paper, and will write down like my chapter outlines and say what I want to happen and treat it like a scene and say, okay, in this scene, I want so and so to die and it's going to be this way. And then I'll go back through and thread through my book and add more interesting words or more descriptions. Just more details and lengthen it up, beef it up a little bit. And a lot of the times that's what my beta readers do too, is other suggestions. My husband has been great about giving suggestions too for a lot of my books. I'll just kind of say, hey, what's a good way that somebody could die in this part if they're in a cabin, or, and he gives me ideas. So
Okay, I got you. I got you. So, what genres do you typically like to read? And are there any books you recommend for first time readers or people looking for something new?
Let's see. I love the same genre that I write. I love thriller books. I'm actually in a Facebook group that's psychological thrillers, and people will say, "Tell me the books that you just couldn't put down." I'm actually a pretty slow reader. I feel like a little bit below average. It just takes me a little bit longer, more concentration. I feel like I've gained a little bit more speed since I've started writing. But I finished a thriller book, No Exit by Taylor Adams, and I think I finished it in a day. I rented it from the library, picked it up on Saturday, finished it Sunday night. That one was pretty good. Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hilliard was good if you were kind of just starting to dip into that category of murder mystery or thriller. Those would be two suggestions that I'd have.
Okay, I got you. I got you. So, do you have any like movies that you would watch in terms of like the genre that you write? Because I know some people, they have books and then sometimes
Yeah.
they have movies that give them ideas. So, what about some movies?
Some movies. I really like James Patterson books, and I know he just did the Alex Cross series, which I just finished that, and that was really good. But he also did Kiss the Girls, and I really enjoyed that book. I think it was written well. I think the movie was excellent. I love Morgan Freeman, and I think he did a good job of playing Alex Cross in that. But I've seen a lot of books that are becoming movies from thriller authors. So that's exciting to me. And people talk about it in the psychological thrillers book. Um, a lot of people are talking about the Mindfuck series. So that's
Right.
something, yeah, that people are like, oh my gosh, it's so good. I have not read it yet. It is on my to be read list. But
Uh,
yeah, so those are a couple movies. I like everything, anything that I can watch that I have time to. Usually it's in bed right before going to bed is when I watch
right.
something.
I got you. I got you. All right. So, I'll be mindful because there's potentially children around. So,
Yeah.
what's the most unhinged thing that you've written, in your novel or your current work in progress? Don't worry, we don't judge here, you know.
Okay. Let's see. The in Murders Inside the Museum, um, one of them, I thought this was really creepy. Scorpions kind of creep me out. I really write a lot of my books based on my own personal fears, and I think there's a trend there with, there is a scorpion scene in The Murders Inside the Museum. A poisonous scorpion, the Arizona bark scorpion, can kill a human. I did my research on that, and I have a scene where somebody is trapped inside a box with one. They are locked in one. I think that is pretty messed up. In the kidnapper's book, there's a child's finger found on a playground, which is kind of messed up as a mother. But yep, that was one that also played off my fears. The kidnapping,
Oh yeah.
some of my worst fears. And then currently the book that I'm writing now, the two things that I hate the most are teeth and income taxes. So so I hate going to the dentist. It's like one of my worst fears. And income taxes. I was put in charge of I was the business manager for my husband's electrical company, and oh, the income taxes, I can't even tell you. It was just such a nightmare. And I thought, I never want to deal with these again. I'm going to write a book. And that was actually the book that I'm writing now. So pretty funny.
I mean, hey,
But yeah, some unhinged ideas. Yes.
Yeah.
I guess people would still describe it in the horror author world as maybe light crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So just like the more personal fears you have, the more books will get out of you.
I know. I need to stop being so scared, I
That's
think.
they're like, okay. They're like, okay, we need another book out of Jill. So what's one thing that was scared as shit?
Yeah. Let's
You know?
really spook her this time.
Let's prank her and maybe she'll write a book about it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It probably really does scare my husband too. Like, what's
Right.
gonna be next? Like how the wife kills the husband? She poisoned him. No, we do actually joke a lot. And I told him, I was like, I need to stop joking about that now that I'm a mystery author. But I'll say like, okay, could you taste the poison in your eggs? And he'll still just laugh and think it's funny. But I said, I should probably stop joking about that. That's not really funny.
Yeah, it's like
Especially now that I'm an author. He will not be a victim in my book. No, he's always, if he's described in my book as a character, it's the handsome beau usually.
okay. You gotta give the husband some, leeway in the book, right?
Yeah. Please don't kill me in all of your books.
Right? He's eating the egg like you can taste the poison in your eggs, like
Is she being for real?
just puts the egg down and just pushes it away from the table, like
No, he laughs now and he finished them. He's like, oh, I think I might have grabbed the wrong one. Hopefully you just had poison in them too.
okay.
Yeah, he plays. We play.
Oh man. That's funny. All right. So what's one thing about being a writer in general that, drives you up the wall? Like that's just like, oh, like just sitting at the laptop, they just,
Mostly when okay, so my toddler will take her nap 12 to 2 usually. Today it was 2 to 4. It just kind of depends, but that is when I get my writing done. That's when I go up to the lovely office above our garage that my husband has built for me. We renovated it last year, 2 years ago, when I was doing office work up there. And it is the perfect, dreamy author's spot. It's so cozy. I put on YouTube murder mystery music and I just listen to creepy music and just sit up there. There's a bathroom and I just sit and will type. But it drives me crazy when I get the baby down for a nap and I get everything set up, get my murder mystery music going, and I sit down to type and I'm like, I forgot to eat lunch. And it's a whole thing. It's not just like, oh, let me take 10 steps to the kitchen. It's like I have to go downstairs from the garage, go back inside where the dogs are most likely going to bark and wake up the baby. It's just a whole ordeal. So a lot of times I have I've started making like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and then going up and just using that full 2 hours to get a couple chapters written and make that. But oh my gosh, it drives me so crazy when I'm just like, how could I forget to eat? But I get everything done. I'll do the laundry. I'll throw that in and then get up there and I'll literally put my fingers on the keyboard and be like, oh, I should probably eat something. I'm going to be worthless.
Right.
So that drives me crazy. Trying to have ideas when I'm driving is difficult because I have the toddler screaming play Let It Go, play Let It Go.
Oh yeah,
And
Frozen.
yeah, and I'm trying to think of how Melody is gonna kill so and so in this next chapter. It's frustrating sometimes, but I'm training my mind to think about things when I'm programmed to, just kind of sit down. Okay, ready, set, go. Right.
Right. I
Um,
got you.
but yeah, it's definitely a routine with the toddler and our lifestyle. So
Okay. I'm surprised they didn't put a mini fridge in the office.
I know. I think my husband would know that I wouldn't come down if he put a mini fridge in there.
Oh yeah, he's like, look,
Yep.
she's gotta
No
come back.
microwaves, no toasters.
Like, she's gotta come back. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
if she
No.
doesn't come back, then I gotta go up there and kind of knock and like, hey, the kids are, they're wearing me
Yep.
out. I need some help. Like,
It's a whole thing. Like, I'll have to have a very cute smile and say, like, "Is there any chance that you might wanna do Rainy's bath and bedtime tonight?" And they'll say, "Okay, have fun. I hope you kill a lot of people in your book. Bye." And he told me actually last night, which I thought was funny, our toddler says, Mom's working on her book. Mom's working on the book." And she walks around and says that. And she also, that's something she's picked up from me. She's a little bookworm. She loves books and
yeah.
reading. It's adorable.
Okay, I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. Well, it's an eventful life.
I know it doesn't really seem like it, but actually, like, I thought
Yeah.
about it today. I was in the bathroom and I was trying to tell her to get out of the bathroom so she could give me a moment. And I said, "Can you close the door, please?" And she said, "Oh, yeah, yeah," and then closed herself in the bathroom with me. So it kind of, backfired on me. But yes, I do. I have a very interesting life.
Yeah, give me a moment. Oh yeah, you want a moment? Okay, yeah, yeah. We'll close.
Mother by day and author by night, killing people
Okay,
in
I got you.
the
So, okay. Think here's the question. So, if you had to, like, if someone asked you to, like, write a book based on your writing journey, do you think you could pull it off?
Um, I feel like my writing journey was pretty simple. I feel like the book wouldn't sell because it'd be probably pretty boring. I self-published, so I feel like it wouldn't be a thrilling read. Trying to describe my life and writing journey in a thrilling way isn't really
Right.
feasible, but, actually, I there was some family drama that we had, and I did have somebody saying that they wanted to kill me, so I feel like I was famous for a moment there, and you know what? I think I changed my mind. Yes, definitely, I could write a thriller book out of it.
There might be some embellishment in it, but it'll
Yeah, death threat 1, yes.
All right. So what do you think being a successful writer would be like for you in your opinion?
Being rich and famous, but also still having somewhat of a peaceful lifestyle, definitely. But
Okay.
in my mind, success is just being rich and famous.
That,
So
hey,
selling all those books, make money off of it.
hey, it's about time somebody kept it simple,
I think, if people say that they read my murder mystery, it was a great book. I didn't see the killer coming, but I should have. That's probably the best compliment that I could get as an author. So,
Right. Okay.
yeah.
Nice, nice. So I think that's all the questions I really got for you. So
Yeah.
what we're gonna do here is just, gonna give you the floor to, promote your book,
Sure.
let people know where they can find you, how they can connect with you on social media, so you get more emails like, hey, when's the next book? Hey, when's it coming out? Hey, how about you write a sequel to that first book? Like, you could just say no.
Decline. Yeah, sure. So we talked about Murders Inside the Museum. It is featured on Amazon. You can find me, Jill Danielle Nelson. If you search that in Amazon, it will pop up. But this book is on Amazon, Apple Books, Kobo, Lulu, and I feel like there's one more that I'm missing. Barnes and Noble, yes. And I have somewhere, I have a card. No, anyways, wherever it is. It has a QR code that has a link to Amazon that brings it to if you are interested in buying the book. Oh, I found it. I dropped it. Here it is. It is my business card, and then on the back it says available on Amazon. It has the QR code, and it also lists my social media accounts. So characters _Slayer is Instagram and Threads, and then my Facebook page is Murder Mysteries with Jill. So I definitely need more likes, more followers. I think Threads account has the most. I just hit 104 followers, so yay!
Right.
Every little bit counts, and the authors on there are so supportive. So that's something that in the indie author world, I've really enjoyed connecting with other authors and brainstorming. A lot of them have helped with things, ideas. My question yesterday was about, do you put characters, if you're writing in the third person, do you put your character's thoughts in italics? And I had a lot of feedback from that, a lot of views, a lot of people put their opinions, and it was helpful. It really was. But yeah, I would appreciate it. I try to post sneak peeks, character sneak peeks, playlists that I listen to while I'm writing on my social media accounts. I did a funny one that was a drawing. I think I have it, but it was a drawing of a drill, an endodontic drill for my dentist scene in my new book, and it looked like something else. And I just had to clarify on social media that I am not an artist. I am an artist with words, but I cannot draw. So I thought that was pretty funny. I think my sister's the only one that laughed at it. But yeah, so find me. I try to be funny and post funny things. But yeah, that's how you can find me on my social media. And even if you are not a fan of that kind of book, I still have recommendations on my Pinterest account and for other books. I try to pin one on there so I know what books that I have read personally too. But I have a lot of recommendations on there. So.
All righty.
But yeah, thank you for having me.
And here we have Jill Danielle Nelson. So
yes, sir.
Get that book, you know, and prepare to scratch your head on how people die. Like, yeah, I didn't see
I'm getting real creative with this third book. I feel like I've had a lot of practice with the other two books. So the murders are getting more and more creative. So
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but hey, you know.
It depends on if you like that genre.
All right. All right. So I'd like to thank you again, Jill, for, coming on down to this interview. And I'd like to thank the 1 to 2 people that have been watching throughout. You guys are troopers. We love you.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys on the flip side. And Jill, if you need anything else, feel free to reach out, and we will do whatever we can to assist you in, gaining visibility and helping you on your author journey.
Yeah, I appreciate any kind of promotion. So yeah.
All righty.
All right.
See you guys on the flip side.
All right. See ya.